Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you how I'm going to set my Lumix G9 Mark II for my first wedding. So let's get started. Anyway, I've only had the camera about a week, so I know that I don't have all the settings down pat just yet. I'm getting there, but I've got them set to enough to how I think I wanted to shoot at my first wedding, which will mostly be reception stuff. So it shouldn't be too difficult. So I'm going to run through right now and show you how I would set my menu after having it a week to photograph a wedding. Now, again, this is not necessarily a, hey, set your menu this way, or this is the way to set your menu for sure, or nothing will ever change, this is perfect. It's not one of those. I just want to show you guys how I'm setting it for my first wedding. I'm positive I will make changes after this first wedding. Probably during the first wedding I'll have some changes. But I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how I was going to set it. And if anybody sees anything crazy, oh, you shouldn't do that, then just let me know down at the bottom and I'll take a look at it. Because, like I said, it is fairly new to me. I don't plan on doing any videoing at the wedding. It'll just be used for photography at the reception. But anyway, let's get started with that menu. Okay, guys, so like I said, this is not a how-to set up your G9 Mark II meter for definitely sure. I've had the camera about a week. I'm going to show you how I'm going to set it up. And one thing that's for sure is I will be making some changes. So if you see that I set anything that's absolutely crazy, let me know, because this is new to me too. This is just how I plan on setting it up for the first time for the wedding we have this coming weekend. So let's get started. So we go into the menu in the back. First thing we see is photo style. So we click that. I'm going to leave that empty because I'm going to shoot raw, so that won't really matter. Metering mode, I go with this one right here. Aspect ratio, I leave 4:3. Picture quality, I've got that raw and fine. I shoot raw and JPEG at the same time. Picture size, 25 megapixels. A resolution mode setting is fine. I leave a lot of this off. Long exposure noise reduction, leave that off. ISO sensitivity off. Dynamic range, I leave that off most of the time unless the occasion calls for it. Vignette compensation, diffraction compensation, filter settings. Again, there's some very cool stuff in filter settings, but not that I need for the wedding. Now there are, I will show you, if I can get to it quickly. Well, I'll have to go through it another way, but I will be going into the Leica black and white and shooting some of the Leica. I will be shooting some of the wedding pictures Leica black and white. So I think it's very, very cool, but I don't get to it this way. And we'll go down to detecting subject. I've got it set on human, so that's what I got. I detect. Most of the people at the weddings are humans. I don't worry about the focus limiter. I do have the assist light on. Focus peaking, everything is in autofocus mode right now. I'll change that if I go to manual. Leave all that where it's at the same. I won't do any bracketing unless I do it manually. Silent mode, I may or may not take that off depending on how quiet it is at the ceremony. It's supposed to be a fairly small one. I don't think it's going to be like a really large Catholic wedding or anything. I think there's only like 50 people invited to the wedding, and 12 of them are in the wedding party, so that's going to be interesting. Image stabilization, I will leave that right where it is. Burst shot setting, I'm going to leave that one at a time. I'm going mechanical shutter. Not going to do any shutter delays, none of this. Now the next thing over, if I get into any movies, they are not going to do a first dance. Otherwise I was going to do their first dance for them and surprise them, but they're not having one. So what you going to do? If I can get this to work. All right, photo style is the same. I'm not going to mess with that. Metering mode is the same. Dynamic, I believe all that is pretty much the same. Now this record quality, when I record, I'm generally recording on 4K 10-bit 24 frames a second. Same thing on detecting subject, I'll leave it just like it was on the human. Just that we're under video right now, if you're wondering why some of this seems similar. We'll leave all that about the same. Input, I've already corrected all that. On my DJI, I went to -12 on the camera and -9 on the microphone. Exposure compensation reset, we'll leave that. We're going to leave the auto exposure, we're going to leave that in the same spot. Focus shutter priority, autofocus, manual focus. Most of this is getting left just like it was except for the few changes that I had made. I did change the focus button to the back button focus, so the shutter button doesn't focus anymore. Touch settings, kind of got that. I've left that it's on, but I don't use a lot of them. I do like that one I just did, but I don't like it where I touch the picture and it takes a picture. That bothers me, so I'd rather just take the picture with the shutter button. Most of this is all going to be about the same. Histogram, sometimes I'll turn it on, sometimes I'll turn it off. Photo grid line I do have on a good bit just to keep my line straight. And this IS status scope is the cool thing I wanted to show you guys the other day, but I'll have to have it on a tripod and then take it off the tripod to show you what it'll do with it. Level gauge, I will use that. That'll leave that on because that'll show you when you are straight with your horizon. Anamorphic D-squeeze, they've got that, which is cool. I don't have any of those lenses anymore, but if I did, it'd be very cool to have that built-in camera. I got my zebras off. Pretty basic, simple. Extended ISO, I'm not worried about that. We've gone through here. Card format. Now, when you get your memory cards, or if you switch one into here, put it in here. If you want card slot 1 formatted, card slot 2 formatted. Right now, mine are both formatted and ready to roll, so we're not going to worry about that at the moment. But that is how you format your card. This is where you tell your cards what you want to do. Mine are both set to record. Record the same thing to both cards. Video and photography go to the same card. This is what you turn on if you want to use if you want to use an external hard drive. File folder settings, file number reset, copyright information. I've already got all that in there. Thermal management. A lot of this I won't use. A lot of it I won't have on. I'm not using any Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Reset, if you get into a total jam and you can't figure out what's wrong with everything, if you're new with it, you can hit reset and that'll restore everything like it was to begin with. I've got my clock set, my time zone, I've got everything done. Sensor cleaning, I'm used to my Canon cameras. They clean the sensor every time you turn the camera off, but this one, apparently you have to just do it whenever you think of it. I won't do it right now, but that's where you do your sensor cleaning. And then there's not much on this one. And most of this is pertaining to video. So anyway, that's about it for the photography menu that I'm going to be doing. So let's talk about it a little bit more. Well, there you go, guys. That's how I plan on setting up the menu for my first wedding with the Lumix G9 Mark II to shoot at the reception. I think this is just the coolest little camera ever, and I'm still waiting to get outside and make that cool video for you guys of all the cool things that I just like about this camera. But anyway, that's the way I'll be setting my meter. Let me know what you think. If you have the Lumix G9 Mark II, let me know what you think about it. If we're helping you guys out, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. You guys have a good day. Thanks. Hey guys, I just want to take this second of your time. If you guys would please hit like and subscribe, it would go a long ways toward helping our channel and help us keep making these videos. Thank you.